If you're looking for a high-paying job, but you feel limited by ADHD, then this video is going to give you the secret to making more money without hating your job. We're going to talk about tools for how to identify lucrative career paths where you can boost your income without sacrificing your work-life balance. So if you're ready to unlock your earning potential, stick around. My name is Scott with Life Sketch Counseling and Coaching. As a trained therapist and ADHD career coach, for over 15 years, I've helped hundreds of young adults and midlife professionals design lives and careers that they love. But one topic comes up over and over and again: money. We can't live without it, quite literally. And the myth that money doesn't buy happiness has been debunked. We have found that the correlation between life satisfaction and our income only continues to strengthen the more money we actually make. I used to believe that it was plateaued, that if you just met your basic financial needs, that was it. That is no longer supported by the research. Money provides flexibility, control. We can afford our lifestyle, and it acts as a hardship buffer from tragedies, traumas, or just regular tribulations that happen in life. And one of my favorite and most profound stats that I have found in this is that people with higher incomes live on average 8 to 9 years longer, but not just longer, healthier, more quality of life. And ask anyone who doesn't have enough money. Being impoverished sucks. Being broke sucks. A lack of money is associated with less time, more stress, worse physical and mental health outcomes. Everything is just more painful and a little bit harder to do. But what if ADHD is getting in the way? The problem is adults with ADHD make 17% less than their more neurotypical peers. Men with ADHD are 2 times more likely to be unemployed. And maybe that's why only 58% of workers with ADHD report being satisfied with their career choice. And traditional career advice doesn't help us. In fact, it only puts us in a bind. On one hand, there's this do what you love camp where they really talk about how money doesn't matter. Maybe they have a negative relationship or experience with money. They see it only from this element of greed or corruption. Ultimately, maybe they have a scarcity mindset where they believe that there's a finite amount of money, and in order for me to be successful, someone else has to fail. And on the other hand, traditional advice may encourage you to chase high-paying careers, which has some short-term gains, but it's a risky strategy in this increasingly dynamic and competitive market. Here are 3 limitations to some of this outdated advice. One is this over-reliance on aggregate data. In December of 2023, there was over 157 million jobs in the United States, but all of our career data only says there's about 800 different types of occupations or 23 different career paths, which just doesn't actually fit. Another problem with our over-reliance on this data is that it lacks this nuance. If you look at a mental health counselor, in 2023, their average income was $53,710 a year. But if you actually look inside private practice specifically, that's when you see it's actually $100,663. So if you were just going blindly off of the most aggregate data, you would fully miss out. Another problem with relying solely on occupational forecast is the inherent problem of market saturation and predictability, especially within this rapid pace of technology and global advancements. If you can recall the learn to code phenomenon that began in the early 2010s, where we had a giant push for people to go into programming and software development. From major universities to boot camps, we had a major influx of new grads saturating the market. Plus, with offshoring and the rise of automation and AI, this field, which is still promoted, is really in jeopardy. If you look at ONET, one of the most major occupational data housing out there, which we'll be using, it actually has the 10-year outlook is minus 11%. That's a retraction in this field of 11%. Thousands of jobs will not be opened, even though you still hear some of this advice is to go into programming, go into tech. And one of the last problems with over-relying on this data forecasting and aggregate information is you can have all the external data you want. You can do all the research you want, but it doesn't mean you're going to like it, and it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be good at it. And with this lacking of our own internal data and internal information, this can lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and therefore decreased earning potential. So how do you actually get a high-paying job? How do you find a job that makes enough money, that is stable and secure, and doesn't sacrifice the rest of your life? Essentially what we're asking is, how can you have your cake and eat it too? The number one secret to making money, the key to financial success and thriving within your career, is to be absolutely obsessed with helping others. Careers like businesses centered around service are often more fulfilling and rewarding. When we prioritize the needs of others, of our employers or clients or customers, we're going to build rapport. We're going to increase loyalty and increase our own referrals. The more value you add and the more unique that value is, the more you can leverage for earning potential. The area where you can add the most value can be found at the center of your career niche. This is a sweet spot of your mastery, your motivation, and market demand. Essentially, it's work that you're good at, that you enjoy, and people are willing to pay you to do it. When you know your niche, you can identify these general occupations. You can specify specific work opportunities. And this niche is going to give you insight for how to brand yourself. You're going to be able to communicate your own unique value proposition, and it's going to provide you a path for development and growth. So now that you've got a blueprint for a successful career based on service and helping other people within your niche, now let's talk about how to take these blueprints and build a high rise. And just remember, ADHDers are successful and are in every type of job out there. Because ADHD isn't a one-size-fits-all diagnosis, neither is there a one-size-fits-all career. And there really isn't any statistical data out there around ADHD in the workplace, largely because ADHD is considered privileged, confidential information. With that said, people with ADHD often possess unique strengths like creativity, problem solving, and hyperfocus. Let's harness that potential. While there's no one-size-fits-all answer here, there are some career paths that frequently align with ADHD strengths and potential for high earnings. Number one is within sales and marketing. These fields often require quick thinking, strong interpersonal skills, and a high level of energy, qualities that many with ADHD naturally possess. A couple of specific examples are sales engineer, which are making around just under $117,000, or marketing manager making around $157,000 on average. Number two, creativity fields. Creativity is a strong suit for many with ADHD. Careers in graphic design, copywriting, video production, or even content creation offer opportunities to channel that creativity into high-paying roles. An art director makes on average $106,000. Technology and IT. Roles like software development, IT management, and cybersecurity often demand problem-solving skills, the ability to hyper-focus, or adaptability to new technologies, traits that align well with the ADHD brain. A computer and informational systems manager makes on average of $169,000. Healthcare professionals. Fast-paced roles in healthcare such as emergency medicine or surgery can be good fit for those with ADHD who thrive under pressure and enjoy hands-on work. An internist makes over $223,000 on average. Consulting. Offering expert advice in fields like business strategy, finance, or tech allows you to leverage your specialized knowledge while enjoying the variety of challenges of working with different clients. A business intelligence analyst makes over $108,000, where a training and development manager is north of $125,000. Number 6, human resources. This field often involves working closely with people, understanding their needs, and resolving conflicts. Strong interpersonal skills and the ability to adapt to different personalities can be valuable in HR roles. An HR manager can make over $128,000, where an employee relations specialist is right around $78,000. Trades. Trades are often overlooked, but can be incredibly rewarding and lucrative, especially for individuals with ADHD who enjoy hands-on work and problem solving. A few examples of high-paying trades could be a specialty contractor that have minimum of 6 figures, or a construction manager with a median salary of $105,000. Bonus, entrepreneurship. Starting your own business allows you to create a work environment that suits your needs. The freedom to innovate and manage your own schedule can be highly rewarding, both personally and financially. The average salary for an entrepreneur in the United States can range from $11,000 to just shy of $400,000, according to ZipRecruiter. But of course, owning your own business, there is no limit, tens of thousands to millions a year. Let's use a real-life case study of someone who felt stuck in their career and found a path that not only paid the bills, but also brought genuine satisfaction and meaning to their life. Meet Rich. He's 29 years old, bachelor's degree in business, and a law degree. For the last 4 years, Rich has been working as an attorney. While he enjoys the thrill of going to trial and the creativity of writing, most of his day-to-day work leaves him feeling burnt out and unfulfilled. Like many professionals, Rich has found himself in a career that on paper seemed perfect. The prestige, the income, the stability, it all made sense. But here's the catch. Rich hates tracking his time. He feels overwhelmed by the tedious nature of his work, and he doesn't connect with his corporate clients. Does that sound familiar? Rich knew he needed a change. He craved more face-to-face interactions. He wanted his work to feel more meaningful, and he needed structure that was supportive but not rigid. Like many of us, Rich was also worried about taking a step down in income during this transition. So what did Rich do? Well, he started exploring new career paths that aligned with his interests and values. From finance and sales to real estate and even opening a restaurant, Rich considered a wide range of possibilities before making any decisions. He needed to know, what would these career paths pay? To avoid taking a financial hit, Rich turned to some of the best tools available to research salary potential. Let's walk through how he did it. First, Rich used ONET's wages and employment trends to get a good idea of what people's potential careers are earning. For example, he found that financial advisors have a median annual wage of around $94,000 with positive employment outlook. Next, Rich checked out Glassdoor salaries, where he could see the range of salaries for financial advisors in his city, where he saw the base range around $60,000 through $120,000, with bonuses often pushing compensation higher. He could even use and pick on some specific companies that he was looking for and could get real-life salary information from those companies. Finally, Rich used Indeed to compare some of his findings, where he could look at the average of some of these different positions with the starting salaries. He could look at some of the top earners, but he could also find real-life live positions and compare that to his aggregate salary data. And for the most accurate, real-world information, Rich conducted informational interviews with professionals in the field. This is where he actually talked with people who did the job or hired other people who did that job, which gave him insider knowledge on what he could realistically expect to earn and what the job really entails day to day. Armed with this information, Rich was able to make informed decisions. Rich's story is a powerful example of how you could take control of your career, even when you're feeling stuck or unsure of your next move. By researching salary data, conducting informational interviews, you can find a career that not only pays well, but again, aligns with your passions and strengths. In summary, we know that money matters. And the secret to making money is by ethically providing the most value. A career that's most successful is based on service. And rather than blindly following occupational forecasts, individuals can maximize their earning potential by identifying a niche where their unique abilities intersect with a genuine market need, creating a mutually beneficial exchange of value. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and if you're looking for more personalized guidance, visit lifesketch.co, where we specialize in helping adults with ADHD build healthy, wealthy, and happy lives and careers. See you next time.